Reese, here's a look at some of your first run Bromley GS. Did a great job. Pretty nasty day, right? You got soaked like everyone else in the rain, but did a great job here. I put you up against Joshy just for a little visual. Sometimes it helps to see kind of the things we've been talking about. And you guys are both in the same spot there. And the most important thing we're talking about, and have been, is you tend to pop up and really extend tall in the transition. And we don't want to do that. We want to stay a lower profile. We want to move forward, not up in the transition. Because when you extend like that, we get kind of light. It's hard to really start rolling up the skis on edge, etc. So that's number one. Also, you can see here, I think, that you came in just a little direct. You started your turn really too early. It's hard to tell where rise line is, but it's an imaginary line drawn straight up the hill. You haven't gotten there yet, but you started to turn, and therefore you ran out of room. So right now, you can kind of imagine that if you really stood on the outside ski and carved, you'd probably crash into the panel. So you had to go straight, lay off the skis, and now we're going to try to turn. And look where you end up, way down low. Joshy over here gets himself a little bit outside rise line, and then can bring a little more shape back to the pole, and you can kind of see the difference in where he is relative to the red gate and you. So I kind of put you on that low line, which is sometimes hard to get off immediately. We have to kind of work our way back off of that. So sometimes, late turns into later. But again, you can see yourself popping up. Joshy will come through. He'll kind of let his skis cross under him as he crosses over and moves down the hill. And that's what we want to do. You got to think of that in the transition where we move kind of forward, but at the same time let our skis cross under us as we move forward and then cross over them. Here he lets them come under him. They cross under him. He moves forward, and then he moves to the inside or down the hill. You, by standing up really tall, we're kind of light here, kind of can't really do much. Hard to really start tipping the skis up on edge, and hard to pressure the skis because we're light. Light meaning you popped up, you unweighted the skis. This is also called up unweighting. So we're not really looking to extend in the transition. We're looking almost to flex. You got to have to kind of flex your legs to get your skis from one side of you to another. But he's able to really roll them up and stand on the outside ski much quicker than you are. In Solomon in particular, we have no time for any extension. We call that retraction or flexion. We retract the legs to get the skis out from underneath us. There you can see again, he's going to come through, and he's going to move his hips a little forward. His hips come forward. He does move forward in the transition without standing up. So he's able to kind of engage that ski quickly. You're going to have to wait, and then you're just slow in the engagement. And look where you end up. Way down there more than where Joshy is. You can see the difference. Again, big pop up, gets yourself light. He comes in here like we talked about, moves forward and down the hill. That's where we want to be going. We want to keep trying to keep pushing our center of mass, our body down the hill, not up, right? Because we get to the bottom faster. He lets the skis cross under him. He moves forward, and he crosses over his skis, going down the hill. And besides that, you can see kind of cheating, starting to turn on the inside ski. That's where your weight is. You can see your inside ski bending, scissoring going on. So besides the popping up in the transition, which we don't want to do, We also want to make a definitive weight transfer to the uphill, well, new uphill ski, right? Which would be your left leg right there, and roll that up and stand on that. And you're kind of cheating. And you can see yourself, you know, you start the turn on the inside ski and you kind of kept with it. You see yourself, your shoulders are not level, or as level as you'd like them to be. You're kind of tipping in and can't get quite the angle as that like Joshy has over there. That big move we're gonna eliminate. Low profile. You know, he does have some extension, yes. You can see, you know, from this position his hips are going to come up a little bit, but he's not going to stand tall. So I hope that helps. See a visual. Show you one thing we don't want to do is lay down. And you didn't lay down. He got tired and just decided to lay down for a little while. So let's work on that. Not popping up in the transition, not extending in the transition. Move forward. Let the skis cross under you as you cross over them down the hill. Make sure we have a good transfer to the outside ski in that transition. Outside ski to outside ski.